at the pattern standard deviation, why not the 6th or 8th best?
Ready?
I will tell, sir. I will.
Yeah. Carrying a minute. The AC putting it. அப்படின்னு கொஸ்டின் இருக்கா? அவ்வளோதானே, only 2 questions.
So, take for example now, they are arranged in a chronological order. So, take for example, this is 7th best deviation point. So, out of the 50, there are 54 points in 24-2, and the 2 points are eliminated. Therefore, there are 52 points. 7th best deviation point is coming around about 15% of points. Our main aim is to remove a generalized depression. So, take for example, in this case, now we do not know what is the arranged in the chronological order. We know the last started with -10. So, if you want to remove a generalized depression, we had minimum all the points of -10, and we removed the generalized depression, and only 2 points will become normal. Suppose if you add the 7th best. So, the 7th best, by adding 21, the first 7 points are becoming normal. So, minimum 7 points will become normal in pattern deviation probability plot by taking 7th best. Suppose if you take 10th best or 15 best or 20 best point, deviation point, then minimum 20 points will become normal. Suppose if you take 20, all the 20 points, because 20th point became normal. Suppose if you bring this point as taken into consideration, take for example, the 25th point. So if you add this dB value that brings to the slope, we add to all the points, and minimum 25 points will become normal in this. So by making 7th best, we are making 7 points normal. By making 25th, if you select the 25th point, 25 points will become normal. Almost 50% of the points will become normal. What is the main aim? The aim is only to remove a generalized depression, making the generalized depression to a localized scotoma, and making some percentage of points, either 10% of the points, or 15% of the points, or 20% of the points. If you want to make 25% of the points, almost you have to take the points 20th point to be normal. If you make, suppose if you are selecting the point towards the right, that means 20th or 25th, these superficial scotomas will disappear. Only deep scotomas only will remain, and most of the points will become normal. Actually, we want only to know the pattern. Some points, 10% of the points are removed, we know the pattern. Suppose if we make 25 or 30, 50% of the points, these points also will become normal. So the direction of progression will not be known if you select the points towards the right. So on average, they found if you take 7th best point as taken normal, here minimum 7 points will become normal. That is enough to know to remove the generalized depression and becomes a localized scotoma. Then we know the pattern of the field effect. Suppose we take, for example, here you take, this is the 7th best in this case, and you take this one. This is seventh best. Even if it is 30th best point is also -7 only. So there is no gross difference between 7th best and 30th best. Here you see -7 is 7th best deviation point. Even this is around 40th point deviation point. There is hardly difference between this one and this one. Take for example a localized scotoma. Most of the points will be normal almost. 7th best is -7 and almost 45th point is -6. So by taking 7th best, we are making minimum 7 points normal in pattern deviation numerical plot. So minimum 7 points will be normal and 1 point always will be normal, maybe normal or better than normal, suppose. And that is why if you take 7th best, 15% of the points will become without any significant p-value. They may be better than normal or on the hill. So minimum when during the conversion, always minimum 7 points will be without significant p-value. Always pattern plot is always normal. So if you take 7th best, that is enough. If you take 40th to the 25th point and all, even the superficial scotomas also will become without significant p-value. Here these points represent superficial scotomas. By identifying superficial scotomas, we can identify the direction of progression. Suppose if you take the deviation towards the right, the superficial scotomas will disappear and we lose the opportunity to assess direction of progression. I hope you understood it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the excellent explanation. And the next question is like you were discussing about different strategies, CETA standard, CETA fast and CETA faster. And you said that with the CETA faster, it is like the time of the test really comes down. Like, what do you think like the advantages and the disadvantages? And for a routine glaucoma patient, what should be followed as a standard?
Normally, still I am not doing. I am routinely following CETA standard for any glaucoma patient when it is suspected stage. And when the glaucoma patient not able to do the test for this thing, then I go for CETA faster. Still, CETA faster is only for 24-2C. That additional 10 points are added. That means we have to do 64 points. And I didn't, and those points actually, really speaking, I am not happy with the point pattern of 24-2C. Still, because they have not included the points within 3 degrees. And when compared to 24-2 and the 24-2C, I am not happy with the point pattern. So I always go for 24-2 CETA fast. And only for lecture purpose only, I took this 24-2C CETA faster. Routinely, I am not doing. I am following the Walder strategies: CETA fast, CETA standard, and CETA fast.
And when you do a test in CETA standard, and when you follow up the patient, if the patient is not able to do, and we are shifting to CETA fast, will you be like able to compare the test results of different strategies?
No, it all depends on you are repeating the test, and the patient is not able to do the test well. At what stage of glaucoma you are repeating? That is one important thing. And another thing is the patient unreliable clinically? That is another important thing. So once we have the knowledge to interpret visual fields with a strong background of theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge, whether it is CETA standard or CETA fast, you can know. Hardly it matters. Still you can compare, but the most important thing is at what stage and why is the patient not able to do the test. Is it because of advanced glaucoma from previously and it is advanced now? Clinically, whether it is advanced, clinically unstable glaucoma, why the patient is not able to do. But hardly you can compare and come to a conclusion, reasonable conclusion.
And can we compare the test results of obtained from one strategy with the another strategy? Or should we always follow a single type of strategy to compare?
For all theoretical purpose, we have to have the same strategy for theory purpose. Sometimes it is not possible. Sometimes it is not possible. And if you know that the previous test is theta standard, the present test is theta past, that is more important. So while interpreting, I must be little cautious. And another most important thing is not only comparing the strategy, what is the fixation losses of the previous test, what is the false positives of the previous test, what is the false negatives of the previous test, what is the foveal sensitivity of the previous test, what is the size of the people of the previous test. All these things must be considered, not only taking the criteria, only strategy.
Okay.
So all these things, when comparing the visual field from the present to the previous, you should always look for all these things. We have to correlate the refractor error correction was proper or not. Visual acuity, what is the visual acuity? What is the seventh best deviation point? All these things we have to look for. Once you start interpreting in a rational, systematic way, you can come to a conclusion.
That is very helpful, sir. Thanks for the excellent explanation. And what about the normative data, sir? What is the age range which is included in the Humphrey machine? And what is the minimum age for which the normative data is available?
So actually in OCT, I think 16 years is the age limit, I think, for OCT.
Yes, sir. In is there any limit like that?
No, if the patient, even in 15 years, 16 years, even 8 years, the normative data they gathered. If the patient can, any age group, if the patient can do the test, I think you will have the single field analysis printout.
Okay.
Reddy Garu, this normative data, I think it's 18 years.
18 years for OCT, sir.
For Humphrey, we did, in the initial period, no, we did about 800 cases.
18 years, sir.
Yeah, that is 91, 92. And because at that time, Alargan was in charge of this machine. So we selected 300 in India around this one.
Thank you, sir, for that information. And like we have Anderson's criteria for defining glaucomatous fields to identify the glaucomatous fields. Is there any fixed criteria for identifying a vertical field defect?
No, we had that vertical field defect. Some criteria was there. It is name given some name also.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir. And you were also like explaining in the part of your lecture, like the difference between the 24-2 and the 30-2. And you said like in most of the derivations, the edge points of 30-2 are not considered for arriving at the derivations like GHT, VFI, or even the Anderson's criteria does not consider. Like, is there any like indication you apart from the ophthalmic fields, will you any time specifically ask for 30-2?
No, that is why I told when you are suspecting glaucoma starting from the periphery, when you have a clue that glaucoma is starting from the periphery, then you should ask for 30-2. That clue you can get either from the fundus or from OCT. The OCT, if your nervofibular defect is coming from 5 o'clock to 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. That means the nervofibular defect is going towards the periphery. Once you suspect the nervofibular defect is going towards the periphery, or in correct way, it is coming from the periphery, that means it's beyond 30, almost beyond 20 degrees circle. When you suspect glaucoma starting beyond 30 degrees circle, then you should ask for Actually, hardly the difference between the 24-2 and 30-2. Even in 24-2, the nasal points are the points on 27-degree circle. And the 30-2 is a misnomer. The points are actually on 27-degree points.
Okay.
Yes, 3-degree, 9-degree, 15-degree, 21-degree, 27-degree.
Okay.
And the 30-degree we are telling, but there is no point at 30-degree. It is only 27 degrees.
Okay.
So even in 24-2, the two nasal points, they are on 27-degree points. So even 24-2 is a misnomer. We have the 2 points on 27-degree circle. In 30-2, the edge points are actually belong to 27-degree circle. And if you suspect glaucoma starting from the periphery, you can create a custom test points around 30 degrees and down. Sometimes you may get positive. But the peripheral fibers, even glaucoma starts at the periphery and the central area is normal. Practically, why to threaten the patient that you are developing glaucoma? So from the patient point of view, I also think, and don't label him as glaucoma when glaucoma is starting somewhere in the periphery and he hardly at the age of 70 or 60. And why to unnecessarily threaten him? Follow and so all these things you should know and you can advise him. So starting from the very far away and central 30 degrees field being normal, you should not be over enthusiastic to diagnose glaucoma starting somewhere in the periphery, few fibers.
Yes.
But you should have a knowledge.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And sometimes, especially in the first few fields of the patient, we find the reliability indices to be okay, fine. It's like not really bad, showing a double X in the fixation loss, false positive or false negative. But still, we find the visual field results are not correlating with the fundus. And probably we name it as learning defects. Can you just enlighten us about a few points about the learning defects, sir?
See, actually, learning, once you have been practicing in a rural area, many of the patients from the rural area, they do the test very well, my observation. And most of the educated people are only not doing properly. So, take for example, maybe in Western countries, learning effect may be still more longer than when compared to the Indian population. Even in Indian population, rural population versus urban population, the rural population they are uneducated, but they are very intelligent. The education doesn't proportionate to the intelligence. Our ladies, housemaids, they are very intelligent. They do the test very well. Even the first, most of the visual fields, if you foresee the fixation losses, false positives, 100% perfect. Most 90% and first time. So it all depends upon how you educate. I always tell that every ophthalmologist should undergo the test and how you explain to the patient how to do it. Take enough time to explain to the patient how you should do the test. Then usually the learning curve will be reduced. Still, I will show you tomorrow. I struggled hard doing one patient. I nearly took 12 fields to get the correct field. But proper education, and you suspect that you can suspect this patient may not be doing properly, then you take Theta Fast as a strategy and small diamond as a fixation target. Like that, you can change in advance, anticipating that the patient may not do properly. You can take necessary precautions.
Thank you so much, sir. And the last final question from the audience is like, for neurological cases, is it justified to do 120-degree fields?
No, not required. So far, I have not done.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for having.
Sir, what is your experience, sir? 120 degree. I have not done so far.
No, we have not done dear. We have not done. Yeah.
Usually, the 24-2 will give the homonymous bitemporal and all this. The madam didn't agree. If I say neurological cases, Theta Fast, the madam won't agree. She will say the Theta standard also should be taken. What madam? when I came to Pondicherry and Tirunelveli, neurological cases straight away you can go for Sita fast because we don't require the depth of the field. Where you know the pattern, we can.
Okay. Okay, Reddy. Thank you very much.
Tomorrow, sir.
More than 2 hours non-stop. Tired. Yeah.
I'm not tired, but I don't know about the audience, whether they are tired.
Okay. Okay. Then
Okay, sir.
see you tomorrow
sir.
then. See you tomorrow
Okay,
by 4:30. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, Reddy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kavita.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Very nice.
Kavita madam only, I think, didn't agree last time when I asked her, Seta standard, Seta passed for neurological.
Yeah. Okay, great. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you. Looking forward to the tomorrow's
Okay, bye.
session, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So I'm ending this meeting now. Thank you.